Rockford Public School District 205 hosts its annual Summer Bash to celebrate the success of students who dream of becoming teachers. 23 News reporter Alyssa Reamer learns more about the Rockford University Education Pathway Program and why it's important for students.
The Summer Bash helps raise funds for students who are part of the Pathway program. Students must earn a teaching degree from Rockford University and then work in RPS 205 for at least 3 years. This makes them eligible to earn a master's degree at no cost. 4 students were awarded scholarships during Saturday's 8th annual Rockford Public School Summer Bash. The Master Builders Masonic Lodge 33 and Rockford Public School 205 Superintendent Aaron Jarrett's family partners for this event. Proceeds help cover first-year tuition for students who are in the Rockford University Education Pathway program.
Not only helps those students get off to a great start, but also supports those efforts in the Rockford Public School system.
East High School graduate Donovan Turner is one of the 4 scholarship winners from the RU Pathway program.
I'm really excited and I'm really grateful to be here, and I'm happy that I got the opportunity to do this.
Turner wants to become a teacher to achieve his dream of helping people.
I was in an internship during my senior year, and when I was teaching the kids and helping the kids, it was something that I just couldn't pass up on being. It was just a calling to me.
The goal of the program is to keep RPS 205 graduates like Turner in the district after graduating from college.
One of their priorities is to not only hire great teachers, but to also diversify their teaching ranks, and they do that by selecting students right out of the high schools to be part of the RU Pathway program.
Though the Summer Bash consisted of photo booths, food, and music, leaders say the students are the most important part.
I really love the most is supporting those students, letting them know that there are people here in the community that support their efforts and want to make sure that they're successful in their endeavors.
The partnership between the Master Builders Masonic Lodge 33 and the Jarrett family started in 2015, and so far they've awarded $20,000 in scholarships to more than 15 students.
To apply for the Education Pathway program, you must be accepted into Rockford University, submit letters of recommendation along with an essay, and then complete an interview with RPS 205.